our next type of sensor is light sensor. A light sensor is a device that is used to detect light. Different types of light sensor are there, such as photocell or photoresistor, photodiode. These are used in manufacturing and other industrial applications. First, we will discuss about the photoresistor. Photoresistor is also called as light dependent resistor or LDR. It has a resistor whose resistance decreases with increasing in incident light. Means as the light incident on the plate or the photoresistor, then due to the light energy, the degree of randomness of the atoms will increase, which results in the increase in flow of current, which will decrease the resistance. This principle is used in photoresistor. It is made up of a high resistance semiconductor material, that is cadmium sulfide, or we can say CDS. The resistance of a CDS photoresistor varies inversely to the amount of light incident upon it. We will see the construction of a photoresistor. Photoresistors follows the principle of photoconductivity, which results from the generation of mobile carriers when photons are absorbed by the semiconductor materials. The CDS resistor coil is mounted on a ceramic substrate. This assembly is encapsulated by a resin material to protect it from the atmosphere. The sensitive coil electrodes are connected to the control system through lead wires. Here we can see the diagram of the photoresistor. So, this part is our ceramic substrate upon which the electrode are placed. And all these are encapsulated or covered with the resin material to protect it from the atmospheric effect like UV rays, or we can say moisture or raindrops. And two leads wire from the electrodes are connected. On incident of the high intensity light on the electrodes, the resistance of the resistor coil decreases, which will be used further to generate the appropriate signal by microprocessor by using these lead wires. Photoresistors are used in science and in almost any branch of industry for controlling and for safety, for amusement, for sound reproduction, and for inspection and measurement purpose. The applications of photoresistors are given below. Computers, wireless phones, and televisions use the light sensor to automatically control the brightness of a screen. Means, as we know that suppose in our phones or mobile phones, in daytime whenever we will go outside, the brightness of the screen will increase automatically, and when we will come to dark place, the brightness of the screen will be decreasing automatically. Or suppose we can say in daytime the brightness is high and in night time the brightness is more. That setup can be done automatically in our phones. That can be possible by using this photoresistor. Then barcode scanner, whatever you are using in the retailer shops for the billing of the products, there also we are using this photoresistor. And in space and robotics, for controlled and guided motion of vehicles and robots, we are using photoresistor. The light sensor enables a robot to detect the light Robots can be programmed to have a specific reaction if a certain amount of light is detected. Then, auto-controlling of the flash of camera. Whenever we will click a picture in the sunlight, then the flash will get automatically off, and whenever we will click a picture in a dark room, then automatically the flashlight will get turned on. That can be possible by this photoresistor. Then in industrial process control also we can use the photoresistor. So next type of light sensor is photodiodes. Photodiode is a solid state device which convert incident light into electric current. Means here we are converting the light energy into electrical energy. This is made up of silicon, which is a semiconductor material. It consists of a shallow diffused p-n junction, means that is p upon n configuration. When the photons of energy greater than 1.1 eV or electron volt fall on the device, they are absorbed and the electron hole pair are created. The depth at which the photons are absorbed depend upon their energy. The lower the energy of the photons, the deeper they are absorbed. Means less energy photons will be absorbed more up to more depth, and the high energy photons will be absorbed up to less depth. Then the electron hole pair are drift apart. When the minority carriers reach the junction, they are swept across by the electric field and an electric current establishes. If the negative charge particles are less and they will reach near the junction, then the negative charge particle will be swept across by the electric field and the electric current will be established. If the positive charge particles are less, that is minority of positive charge particle, then if they are coming nearer to the junction, they will swept across by the electric field and electric current will establish. Photodiodes are one of the type of photodetector which convert light into either current or voltage. These are regular semiconductor diodes except that they may be either exposed to detect vacuum, UV or X-ray, or packaged with an opening or optical fiber connected to allow light to reach the sensitive part of the device. Here we can see the diagram of the photodiodes, and here we can see this is our N-type semiconductor and this is our anode, this is our cathode part, and whenever they will be connected between this P-type and N-type, we are getting P-N junction. This green part we can see, or we can say that depletion region. It is constructed from a single crystal silicon wafers. It is a PN junction device. The upper layer is P layer or P-type semiconductor. It is very thin and formed by thermal diffusion or ion implantation of doping materials such as boron. The depletion region is narrow and is sandwiched between the P layer and the N layer of the silicon. Light irradiates at front surface or at the anode, while the back surface is the cathode. The incident light on an anode generate a flow of electron across the PN junction, which is the measure of light intensity. Here we can see the diagram of the semiconductor. The first one is a N-type semiconductor. Here we can see one extra electron is there, means this is negatively charged part, and this extra electron is known as donor impurity, which contributes free electrons. Then here in the second semiconductor we can see one deficiency of the electron is there here, that is also known as a hole, means it is the acceptor impurity that creates a hole, means this is positively charged part. Both will be doped together to create the PN junction. The applications of photodiodes. So we can use the photodiodes in camera for autofocus or for photographic flash control, etc. We can use photodiodes in camera. Then in medical purpose like X-ray detection, Paul oximeters, blood particle analyzer, etc. we can use the photodiodes. Then in industries we can use photodiodes for barcode scanner or for light pen. In safety equipment also we can use photodiodes like our smoke detectors or flame monitors. Then in automotive we can use the photodiodes, that is in headlight dimmer we can use photodiodes. Then in climate control sunlight detector we can use photodiodes. Then in communications like optical remote control we can use the photodiodes. So these are the vast applications of photodiodes. So in this chapter we have discussed about different types of sensor and different types of transducer. We have discussed the difference between sensor and transducer, and we have discussed the construction, applications of different sensor and different transducer in different fields. And this completes our second chapter of mechatronics, that is sensor and transducer. Thank you.